Okay, so if we want to get rid of that nasty little triangle image, we're going to do dot main title space image space bracket display colon none semicolon bracket, and you can see now that that ugly little image is gone. So the next step, gosh, this is long, a lot of coding. The next step is I want my text to be a little closer to the title medium. So what I did was I changed the padding, and then I changed my text dash decoration to none for the links. And usually text dash decoration is set to underline in a default, and it's actually really hideous if you ask me. So I always set my text decoration to none when I'm styling my links. And if you're wondering what I changed that padding to, padding is always set up with 4 pixel numbers. It goes top, right, bottom, left. So I set the top really low, I set the right at about 5. You can see it in my code. So I set the top to 5, right to 0, bottom to 1, and the left to 5. So it's a little bit away from the very side of our table. It's not right up against the ledge. Now, if you'll notice, this is the P-form strip that I was rolling over right there, the thing that's still in blue. So we got to change that. And usually what you want to change it to is you want to change it so it looks exactly like the title medium that we just styled. So that's what we're going to be changing. And here's the title medium. So you can take all the stuff within the brackets and highlight that and copy it. And then you can go up to the P-form strip and you can paste it. So we're going to go in between those brackets and we're going to paste everything and we're going to edit. Then if you go back and you refresh, you can see now that it matches the rest of your title mediums, which is fabulous. Looks good, looks good. Alright, so we gotta look, what are we going to do next? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make that ugly little box at the bottom go away. So it's going to be div.row4 bracket background dash color colon none exclamation point important semicolon. Then it's going to be border colon none exclamation important semicolon. Actually, I'm wrong. Background dash color colon transparent, not none. I always get those two confused. Now you can see that we don't have that hideous color at the bottom. But one thing that did happen was, look at what happened to our sidebar. So since our row 4 was the property we were using in our sidebar, and it's contained in a div, that went away because we changed that it had no background. So what we need to do is we don't want to use row 4 anymore for our sidebar. We want to make up a new property. So we're going to call it box. So div class equals box in quotes. Change that. Then go back to our style sheets. And we are going to delete the row 4 that we have up here. We're going to do dot box space P, and then we're going to make another dot box and a bracket. Now we want to make this the same as row 4 but not row 4. So we're going to highlight row 4. We could actually highlight row 1, row 2, row 3, or row 4 because they're all exactly the same. So then when we refresh, you can see that we have our color back. And the reason that when we wrote that property it was div.row4 in order to get rid of that color is because it means row 4 contained in a div. The row 4 of the forums is contained in a table, not in a div. So it's not going to affect the forum, it's only going to affect row 4 which is within a div, and that's how that works. Now in order to change the part at the top, it's still blue, we go to user links. So it's pound user links. We're going to change the background color. We're going to set the border to 0 pixels. And then we're going to refresh. And there it is for you. Nice and lovely. You can set that to any color you desire. Check out your palette based on what you want. So then, next, I have to get my color. I don't really know what I want my text color to be on my board yet, so I'm just going to kind of play around. The main text color is going to be found in table at the top. It's right underneath that body property that you edited before, and that's going to change the overall text of pretty much everything that's not specified. So we go and we change that, and then underneath you'll see A: link, A: visited, A: active, A: hover, and those are all link properties. So you can see the things that are still underlined are links, and we change the color of those as well. Now I'm kind of looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, that's a little extreme. That really light color on top of that red is just not really fitting well with me. So I think I'm going to change that up a bit. So I go back into my links and I change it and I see what it looks like. And it looks good on the form. Like, see the forum test forum link? That looks pretty good. But the user links don't look very good. So we go down to user links and we make another property. We do pound user link space A space bracket color colon, and then we set the color that we want for the user links and the user links only. So I'm going to make it this brighter orange color. And then we end it with a bracket and we edit. Now we have that nice dark red color for our forum links, and we have the bright orange color for our text links. Or not our text links, our user links, which is nice. Then we go into the body, and we want to change that bright color back to orange, because I like how that orange looks. It's not as harsh as the really tan color. So that was in our body and our table. We changed it to that orange color. Now we want to go back into the links that we just edited, and we want to set the underline. We want to delete underline and put none. So text-decoration none semicolon. And that's going to make our links not look so hideous. Now our logo strip, no, not our logo strip, our pound submenu. There's two properties for pound submenu. Delete one of them, and for the other one put display none semicolon. So that's just going to get rid of that entire section. We don't want it. We do not want it at all. I'm going to teach you how to style your links by yourself and put them wherever you want, somewhere really pretty and not hideous like our submenu is. It's just not very flattering colors and setup, and I like to be able to play with the links how I like. So I want to do some creative things with the border of my table, so I'm going to make the border left 5 pixels, and I'm going to use that orange color that I decided I really like, and I'm going to do that to the right as well. So what I did was border dash left 5 pixels solid pound hex code semicolon, and then I did the same thing to the right, border slash right 5 pixels solid pound hex code. Now I want to see what it looks like with a little bit of padding, so I do some padding dash left and padding dash right 5 pixels. And you can see that right now there's not a lot of space, but if we refresh and see what I just did, there's a little bit more space. So if you do padding left and padding right in your .main table property, that's going to give you a